the traditional way of developing software is what we call Waterfall. Right? We get all the requirements out first, get every possible screen out there, every possible scenario out there, and then sign off on it and build it.
But if we do the waterfall, we can't change the requirement. We have to know what we want to do, and we have to know what will the app exactly look like after the development, because we can't change anything, because the waterfall is rigid, it's not very flexible.
So every business runs on risk, and if you're taking no risk, you're going to get passed and you're going to lose ultimately. If you take too much risk, you're going to implode and you're going to burn yourself up. So what happened was there was a ton of research that went into trying to find the right middle ground. And as it turns out, it's a period of time between 2 weeks and a month. So by boxing them at 2 weeks, we're able to balance productivity and efficiency.
We don't just build a complete product from the beginning, but we split it into smaller chunks, and we do it in 2-week sprints, we call it.
If there's anything we miss, if there's any detail we miss, we can change the complexity. We can really know what we're doing. We decide what kind of technology we want to use there, what kind of layout we want to use there. So it's some kind of finalizing work before we start it for that sprint.
You have much more time to change it on the way. This means that every 2 weeks we'll give you a build, something that works, it's not complete, it's maybe only 1 or 2 screens, and every 2 weeks there's extra screens and extra functionality you can test. And then once you test that, you can actually give us feedback and say, okay, well, I didn't really like this font, right? Or I didn't really like the way the menu works. If it's after 2 weeks, we can change it with minimal impact.
It gives both the developer and us as operations more confident to deploy the changes to production, and it allows us to work on multiple projects.
So in the sprint planning, the most important thing is all the team is there, so they can know what's the purpose of the sprint and what we will ship by the end of the sprint.
Every single thing is already detailed, every single thing already gathered, and we already dig up the requirement from the client, so it's really, really good.
In a way, you're planning for failure. What you're trying to do is to say, I want to fail fast, learn from my failure, fix it, and that sort of turtle versus hare race means that I'm going to win in the end.